but honestly, the way VP has been playing, which is just solid, nothing too crazy, I feel it's going to be a 2-0. And even if you saw that Jake come around, when he runs in, gets it, I think it shows that the FaZe players are a bit frustrated themselves at what's happening.
Yeah, I definitely with you there. Especially, it's very concerning that AZ had such a poor showing there. So, hoping to see more out of FaZe in this one, but it all starts here in this pistol round. Forward positions here so far for FaZe as they move up, and Kiyoshima getting in there with the Glock. 2 quick kills into jungle, into CPL, and that's going to leave Virtus.Pro in a very sore position. Patches on 1 HP as well. The only thing going for Virtus.Pro right now is that the bomb is down on slope. That's the only thing that there is right there, right now for going for them. But Patches will go down in the end. That 1 HP is not going to keep him alive. And Bialy is now left in 1-on-2. So he's actually got a doable situation after the damage accrued by Virtus.Pro, but the 1 versus 2, the 4-man for Kiyoshima, FaZe at the very least start with a good economy.
Yeah, so what is the response, if any, from Virtus.Pro? Are they going to force things up? Neo's got 1,800 in the bank. He's going to be buying a P250 and a HE. So, yeah, indeed, it will be the force coming out. So it looks like Neo's going to be offing on this map as he's left himself 1,200 in the hole. Bialy moving up top mid, of which there'll be a slow approach. Nice flashbangs coming in, leaving players blind, but he can't find any connection just yet. AZ goes down. And this is actually an off angle where you can, if you manage to get up to top mid, you can stand there and people often don't take it. Just being a bit of a nerd there. 2 CTs remaining. We've got Neo, who's run off and got himself a P90 actually. This is super interesting because the bomb is still in mid. It has support as well. But P90 popping out in the wrong place could cause absolute havoc. Neo's gamble on it being a B. It is going to be an A. So the question is, does he try and save it? I think it's too far away from the A site to really go in there and try and get any aggression done. So I think it would be wise to save it or try and retrieve the other gun, depending on what it was. That has been dropped somewhere on the map. Good start from FaZe, though.
Yeah.
They can continue with those max 10s in the next round as well.
Yeah, the P90 is always nice on the CT side because you can usually, I mean, it has such a high rate of fire that you can get quite lucky rather with a bit of a dink, and obviously just again, you know, pretty much guaranteed to get the frag if you get a fairly fast dink with that P90. Plus the running accuracy is good, so if you're going to play aggression with it, a pop flash, that player can go into that P90. If he dies, he only drops P90 as well, so it's fairly expendable. So it's a lot of utility to get to you know, have with the P90. And in a round like this, where you got Bialy, who's got $2,800, or even Neo himself, you know, they could get a flash. They could try one of these little plays. Don't have to invest too much. You've already got the P90. We're going to get some Kevlar and a helmet actually from Neo. So he's going to invest slightly in the P90, but there's no nades to really work with other than that. No flashbangs to play aggressively. So they're just going to stack the A side and hope that FaZe goes there. But this is going to be down to FaZe playing a good anti-eco, anti-force buy. Will they successfully find information, or will they just decide to do a set piece onto a bomb site with good nades? Those are the 2 main options. And Rain is taking a bit of a poke into the A bomb site, see if he can see anything. Kiyoshima obviously smoked off there and connected, so Kiyoshima cannot see anything. It's just Rain who can really have the opportunity to see anything right now for the FaZe side. And he might catch a couple players here. This could be quite interesting. Rain is edging out there. He will get the frag onto the player on CT. Just as Neo goes aggressive with the P90. And we're going to get Mac10 picked up. The flash was perfect. The spray him from the P90. Neo going for the 3rd player, switches for the pistol. Quickly thinks better of it, swapping out for the Mac10. Still gets it done. And that's another frag there for Neo. 4 kills. And he's a 1 versus 1 against Kiyoshima. Oh! What is this? What is this? Neo gets it done. 5-man. P90 to Mac10. What is this? That is a crazy way to win a round.
I don't know what to say then. I don't know what to say other than...
Amazing.
Yeah, again, we said the P90 was an important save in the previous round, and that is why. What a glorious weapon to pick up from the round prior. Fox, though, is angry. And also, that's a nice flashbang, by the way, from Taz. But yeah, Fox is pretty angry now. And it seems that Virtus.Pro will be punished for Neo's bad deeds although it is his teammates being punished rather than him because he's still alive for the time being. Jacob just holding off angles. You can see the limitations though in the Faze by Rain and Jacob on pistols. We'll see if they can pick up these fallen weapons. Still though, Faze I wouldn't say have any significant map control at the moment. They have chosen to abandon mid and put the forces towards A. Played a numbers game now versus the CTs, of which there is only one over towards the A bomb sites at the moment. Nobody to flash him in, just needs to go for the peak. Takes Fox down just before Fox gets into position. So I doubt he's going to think the AWP is there on his own.
It's a pretty important frag because Bialy, you know, thinning the push out a little bit, he will be in a spot where it's possible, due to the nades, that Taz won't be able to support him, and Bialy picks up another frag. He is just cutting this push down before it can actually get into the bomb site. Kirishima is going to take down Taz, so Bialy, he's in Palace, he's got a lot of work to do. And the really nice thing for Bialy right now is that there's no nades on Faze, so he cannot get smoked out of the Palace. He'll always be able to peek out, and now he's going to have to. And they know that he's there. That makes it awkward. And there are the frags coming in. So, I mean, great work from Bialy in the round. His teammates just couldn't get anything done. And the money is super weird because of Neo's crazy 5-man with the P90 Mac 10. He's got $7,500. Neo should buy an AWP. Yeah, there you go. He's going to buy an AWP. And, oh, they're actually going to go and force buy with it. Interesting.
Nice.
It's an interesting read. Obviously, Faze's money is low. They could have just gotten the AWP.
Oh, but look at this from Faze.
Behind it.
Faze are just going to charge straight into the A site, maybe trying to cut out any possible shenanigans from the T. So great response from them, and the AWP announces itself. They weren't able to retrieve the AWP from the previous run that Fox lost on A, well, T spawn basically. So now the play from Virtus.Pro? Are they going to go all the way with this? They've got a lot of utility.
I think full save is probably. Oh, that's save, James.
Yeah, I would say so as well. There are no kits on the side, but also, I mean, look at the weapons they have. That's another one picked up, though, for the CT side.
Yeah.
So it seems they're just going to hold in T-spawn, which is reasonable. This is basically a safe position, especially considering they've taken control of Palace. It wouldn't really make sense for FaZe to try and save in this direction.
I mean, because of, I mean, if they could get that AK onto Pasha, then this turns out to be a really, really good round from Virtus.Pro. As long as they don't lose any players, then it's a really great round because they've actually made so much money due to the bunches that they would have picked up. Which is only going to be one in this case. But they can have a massive impact in this round with what they've saved.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting situation. So let's see what Bardi is going to have. Just a P250. Wouldn't make sense for him to force. As worst case scenario, his money is similar to that of his teammates for this round. So, which means it'll be similar for the next round. So again, it seems FaZe are going to go for the wipeout. They know that 4 players saved from VP. They know there's an AWP. Potentially a rifle on the player who got the kill in Palace. And they will try to play the close quarters engagements once again. Looks like Rain perhaps going for a bit of a late flank. Does this mean they're going to go for a short plant? Virtus.Pro looking to move into the site itself, so they're not going to be conditioned by the smoke grenades, although the late push from FaZe causing a bit of a rotation. VP unsure as to what exactly is going on, and now they're starting to creep in. Taz is holding Palace, but he's going to get taken down. I was going to say he could jump on the bricks actually and shoot through the gap on the player on Tetris, but chooses not to. 4 versus 2, and Virtus.Pro, it seems, will be wiped out. We'll see if FaZe can pick up the AWP should they be successful. Pasha's only got 18 HP and a CZ. And, Jacob will take him down. So, Snacks alone with the scout. I don't know where the AWP was dropped. Snacks is still going to make a nuisance of himself, though. Moving on to the site. AWP as well. Ooh, looking for the snap there. Almost finding the kill as well, but Kirishima will be able to take the AWP for Fox. So 5-1, great start from FaZe.
The adjustment I want to see from Virtus.Pro is playing players basically playing A little bit like Luminosity tends to play A, which is Luminosity do love to get aggressive towards the slope and Palace. I think slope control with 2 players is probably more important, just because FaZe have found so much success going in for these set pieces into the A bomb site. And we could see a delayed round here where they just FaZe play a little bit slower, and then they might all rotate back. Maybe put one guy in connector, then rotate all the way back for the the set piece again onto the A bomb site. I think that's very favorable because Faze have had such good results there. Why would they not keep thinking that they should be trying to go A? Well, losing Kiyoshima to the pick of Bialy. Bialy's been pretty on point there. Is definitely going to be a good way for Virtus.Pro to start this one off. Now Faze have some questions to answer. How do they secure this round now that they're down a man? Low utility on Virtus.Pro, and Ace's going to pick up a frag there into mid. That's good for Faze. Another frag going the way of Rain. Things starting to spiral out of control now for Virtus.Pro. Passion needs to get some work done here in Connector. He's going to find that kill onto JChem, but Rain has got himself in a very forward position. How does Virtus.Pro interpret this? It looks like Snacks is dead. He's going to get caught off guard here, I believe, and Rain will get the frag. And now things get worse again for Virtus.Pro. Great positioning on Rain.
Ooh, look at that snap.
1 HP and 12 on AZ. So Virtus.Pro actually not in as bad a situation as you might think. And we got the flank coming in on Palace. So maybe a little bit, maybe Pasha could have just gone straight to slope here to be a bit faster. But there is some time. There's no kit on either of these players. I don't know if there's one on the floor somewhere, but in comes Pasha now. And AZ, oh, the free frag is there on the bomb site. AZ is just chilling by slope. He's going to go down as well as he tries to go for the trade kill. And Taz is on top of that. And now it's down to Rain with 1 HP. Have Virtus.Pro done it? Looks like Rain's going to get the frag there. This is getting a little bit scary right now because Rain only has 1 HP, but Pasha, he's got the time to play against. And Rain was going to clutch this with 1 HP. Of course he does.
Who else but Rain? Who just about survives there. I think that was the closest to a bomb going off and killing you that you can get to. That was pretty cool. But, I mean, that was a great play by Virtus.Pro. All credit to them. Pasha coming in for the flank there, taking down the 2 players. But then Rain is always a problem as the last man, even with 1 HP.
The nuke is about to land in Kiyoshima's face. They just threw 5 grenades there. 5.
Did 8 damage there.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad.
It's unlucky for Virtus.Pro. But again, you know, they're trying to hard counter the fast A play, but Faze choosing the right time to mix it up. And Faze looks good to run away with this first half here, and this may be very strong for 3 maps, Dan.
Yep, we'll have to see. Virtus.Pro obviously are a strong T-sided team, or can be a strong T-sided team, especially on Mirage. If Pash is hitting these shots, the T-side is going to be strong. And last map he was hitting his shots. So just a bit of a formality now as Faze will be winning this round. Just about the cleanup operation, trying not to lose any players to the pistols that are lurking around the map. And Faze will go to 7. So 7 rounds on your T-side already is fantastic. Virtus.Pro weren't without opportunity, but they kind of found themselves in a similar spot to Faze when Faze were playing Cobblestone on their CT side. Faze had a lot of spots where their economy just kind of sucked and they just didn't get to play just with enough utility. And I think Virtus.Pro have been in those spots so far next as well. Until now. Here is the big buy.
Right, so now is the time for Virtus.Pro to turn things back into their favour, if they are to do it in this first half. No AWP on the T side, and no presence in mid from Virtus.Pro at the beginning of this round. And Faze have taken very fast control of it. A bit of counter flashing, team flashing going on there. Rain just creeping out into the A site. I thought there was going to be a fast B split from Faze there, as they could have just gone to short B very, very quickly indeed. But it looks like they're going to boost into CPL and take their time with it. Obviously not knowing the setup of Virtus.Pro, so that is a bit of a boost to look towards short, which is currently smoked off. And you can see Virtus.Pro putting forces towards the crawl space at the back. And Taz perhaps expecting a boost to come in. It's going to be holding passive and waiting for it. And there it is. AZ comes in, AZ gets taken down. So Faze, unbeknownst to them, with a window of opportunity. The windows are being shut by one. And there is the other window being closed onto Jacob. So 5 versus 2 now. Fox with a reasonable, Faze with a reasonable amount of money in the bank. So I think it's safe to say that this round is probably lost. There's a bomb as well. So Pasha can just enjoy holding that angle on the bomb while the rest of the team cover his back.
So a bit of a failed round here from Faze. Oh, actually got dinked, but through the aid. I think there's a box of aid or something. I don't know why you're smiling at me, James. You know that on Dust 2, that is exactly what you're blowing up with the C4.
Really?
Boxes of aid. It says aid. It's written on the boxes. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, you're always giggling like a child, like an infant, James. You're like an infant.
Fox has got an AWP now. So I do wonder if Faze, because there was a bit of team flashing going on there in mid, I wonder if they recognize that there was no presence in mid from the CTs and if they can play around that. Moving 2 towards B on this occasion. Fox looking to
oh, yes.
and there it is, he finds it. There isn't the positioning to go for the fast split though, which they would have had or could have had on the previous round. So let's see, it's going to pull a rotation towards B, so we've got 2 for 2 with nobody in mid now. The big problem is that Virtus.Pro have no coverage of connector whatsoever if it gets smoked off. Obviously, Pash is holding the angle here, but assuming that they smoke it off as they should, so you get somebody into connector, then Virtus.Pro will have no idea what's going on, and they will have the longest rotation. So they've got Taz coming in from the back here, so in case connector gets smoked off, then they can try and hold it down from shorts. But that's about all they will have in their favor now. So Kiyoshima, unfortunately for him, has absolutely no nades. He looks like to walk around. Pasha spots, Pasha kills. Pasha looks for another one. More kills coming in. Kiyoshima gets taken down in isolation. Man advantage though for the T's, and they have the A site. Finally, the smoke goes down. But there is definitely a gap in that. And the bomb will be planted, exposed. Planted for short where Taz is. He won't see that. It's going to make it very hard to defuse now for the Virtus.Pro team.
It's a nice nade onto AZ though, tagging him down with that. Launch in to try to deal with Neo. And AZ's position. Sometimes not the best, but when you've got a setup like this, it's going to be working out fantastically well. And Virtus.Pro get reset. So Virtus.Pro getting kind of crushed so far actually in their Mirage CT side.
You can smoke the A side of connector. Obviously from the bottom of mid, just a simple, straightforward one. You can do it from top mid behind the boxes, and you can do it from outside A ramp as well. So I think Kishima could have done with a bit of help there, considering he didn't have any nades to do it himself. Because you can see his hold is dangerous, got taken down, having to look at behind him towards short and towards the A side at the same time. So again, Faze in mid, we'll see that there is no aggression from the CT side, although they will not yet know the makeup of their weaponry, which includes a Scout and a Mag 7. Wayne's waiting for a quick to come in, but Taz will have the advantage and get the headshot.
Crab is too strong.
Yeah. I think there's a left eye advantage in the game, generally. So Taz gets taken down, but the frags are going in favor of Virtus.Pro here. And you can see again, they're lacking the connector smoke on the A side of it, which would have helped them there. So that's 2 rounds in a row where it's causing problems. Kishima's made CPL will be heard, but will not be punished by Pasha. By Ali now, ooh, Kishima jumping out, could have no response. So the man advantage goes back to Virtus.Pro now, and Bari's going to be a problem. Can run distraction and try and waste time. Okay, I don't know.
Well, that's how it works. You got Bialy, you got an AK.
But they knew he was over there somewhere. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy too, because the only reason Virtus.Pro had anything in that round anyway is because they won the previous round flawlessly, and then they obviously lost the round afterwards, getting lost the round afterwards, getting reset. So Virtus.Pro just cannot string rounds together. They're struggling massively in that sense. You know, basically blaying it well. And what Yanko said, stepping up individually, that's exactly what's happened for Faze to be able to take these rounds, because, you know, there's not much complexity behind some of their rounds. Fast takes here and there. And then once again, you know, they're going to see the individual skill. Kiyoshima this time, popping off Snax' head. Snax will jump once, and his head will be shot clean off. As the Faze side have now the B-bomb site. It's very hard to go for retakes here, but there's full set of utility on the CT players. But JKM with that frag towards shot on Bialy, that's really annoying That is really annoying not having any nades sailing in from that position. So now it looks pretty much over in this round. Virtus.Pro are going to be scattering to save the weapons that they lost.
Yep, Taz has managed to salvage the AWP. Neo has no idea that there is a player on the other side of the crawl space. And indeed, Jacob's going for the flank now. So nobody knows where Taz is. So we'll see what role the AWP has to play in the coming round. Rain's called it 360 MLG no scope, but there are no MLG stickers on there. It makes me a little bit sad. Every scout should have MLG stickers on it. Should be mandatory. So Taz should be good to save the AWP for the next round. Other than that, there is not a whole lot going on the CT economy. Now, like he's thrown it to Snacks, but I think perhaps it's worth. I don't think I've ever seen Taz AWP actually, but perhaps it's worth. He has a reasonable spawn to jump into Palace, so maybe try and get a fast pick there. I don't know. I think if you have. Okay, they force it up in general, so that's fine. I was going to say, if you're just playing like one saves gun and you're going to eco, then I would try and get a pick based on spawn, as long as your the relevant teammate knows what to do with it. Taz used to spend a lot of time actually in the Palace on both sides of this map. So he's been playing more connector today from what I've seen. 2 really early frag saves versus Pro, so I have no idea what just happened to Faze, but this should be their round. And they find themselves severely handicapped. And now, when you're in mid with a significant man disadvantage on the T side, especially with a bomb, it can cause massive problems because there are so many places the CTs can pop out from. One of them apparently being the underpass. Maybe the last one you expect. Apart from top mid itself. Nice snap by Fox, but again, 2 versus 5 now. Make that a 1 versus 5. Bomb carrier who they know where he is, and he will be. What has happened there?
They're coming for Fox, and he's going to go down. Well, it just starts with Snacks picking up that first headshot in mid. And he just peeks out, snaps down at one player, and then it starts to get worse and worse from there. Obviously, the underpass push means that the weapon can be claimed, and then there's an AK to be shooting at these Faze players as well. So, I mean, they were a little bit spread out, and Virtus.Pro just caught them out of position, and that's one of the ways you win those rounds, just catching the opponent out of position, and it's hard to do. Required an AWP in this instance. And now we will see Faze going for their A set piece, which has been very, very successful for them in the past rounds. So will they get continued success? So far, it looks good for Virtus.Pro. They've got a good defense, 3 kills coming in initially, leaving just Fox and JChem left alone to try to deal with the rest of the CPs. And there's a lot of them, and great round from Virtus.Pro. All of a sudden, Virtus.Pro have 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's been a few weird rounds, like the 2-man spray down when they knew roughly where he was, but just chose to just jump together and just jump onto the site. It's like some Super Mario Brothers stuff. Triple AWP coming out for the Virtus.Pro side in the last round, looking to take the T's by surprise here. And now we're finally having the aggression. And there we go, that's what I talk about with those smokes. The second one was a bit late to come out, but again, the CTs need to be wary of the left side of that smoke, and you see exactly why. So Fox doesn't have an answer, but Jacob's made his way onto the site. It seems that Snacks knows about it. And there we go. 6-9, Virtus.Pro eke out quite a reasonable score, all things considered.
And to be honest, with their T sides and with their cobble performance, and you kind of feel like this is becoming doable now for Virtus.Pro. Previously, it looked like Faze were unstoppable. It looked like they were going to be denying Virtus.Pro 4 rounds, and now Virtus.Pro on 6. So had it been that 12-3 scoreline, then Faze, I really find it hard to believe that Virtus.Pro will be able to pull it back.
Yeah, I mean Faze got 7 of the first 8, and then 2 of the last 7. So quite the turnaround there. Yeah, I feel like there's some spots where I just don't understand how they that place on Mirage where Bali gets 1 kill from basically slope, and then they just jump into the site, kind of ignoring him because he didn't shoot him straight away. It's a fast play into the B bomb site here, and AZ is popping heads. All the heads getting squashed like grapes here.
Wow.
Only Snacks has not been annihilated, and there it is. All headshots from AZ and Jacom with a cameo appearance from a 5th player.
That engagement lasted less than 5 seconds or something. Just everyone's dead, and that's it. That's a wrap. 10-6 and Faze. Oh, well, I'm a little, now I'm getting worried for Virtus.Pro. Faze looking really strong now, 2 P90s. Obviously, they are going to be up against the Force Buy. What is this? Neo getting himself the Deeg in there. 1 shot, 1 kill. And now it's Virtus.Pro.
What is going on there?
Picking up more pistol kills. That was at range with a Tech 9. I think it was at range, unless how pushed was.
Interestingly, they're not committing to the site just yet.
It's
Maybe they want to play the information game, see what's going on. Because they have strong positioning in mid. The CTs can only rotate through shots. That's the only place it is to funnel through those two spots. But slowing down, actually, look at the spread from Faze. I do wonder if they should commit to a site together since they have all the weapons, but it's going to be 1 person to defend against 5 here, and Rain is only going to get the 1 frag, which means the M4 will be picked up, and the other 2 players need to rotate in 1 by 1. The last player's miles away. AZ needs to find loads of frags here, doing well so far. Loads of time on the clock, and his teammates finally about to join up with him. Neo's the only man with a primary gun here, and he's putting in yet more work for his team. Passionate trade.
Nicely done by Virtus.Pro, to be honest.
The force is taken.
Because again, you know, one thing that you have to remember is some teams will get quite carried away. Once I think it was Neo got the kill in mid, and then who was it? I think it may have been Snacks. Whoever it was in B Apartments picked up a kill with the Tech 9. Some teams, as they had people in place on apartments, would just rush in there. But in realizing that if you just delay things, then the CTs don't know what's going on. You could have rotated, so they can't. For them, it then becomes a massive gamble to then rotate everyone to B, because it could just be A, and then you don't want to auto lose the round, so then you're forced to kind of spread out your players a little bit, and that's exactly what happened to Faze, allowing an easier site take from Virtus.Pro. So they played the advantage very, very correctly, and you know, again, it's very important to know how to play advantages. Some teams don't get all the edges that they can out of them. Virtus.Pro did there. Not much you can do if you're Faze there. You just get 1 shot like that. There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah,
it's like what Godsend was with
Lecro.
Yeah, with Lecro. Yeah, with the Deegs.
I think that they can make a choice. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I think it's another right to put all the remaining plays together. With the round advantage they have, worst case scenario, they can, if they make the wrong gamble, then they save if they don't choose to go for it. But being taken down, you're going to get traded in that situation, especially on the B bomb site. It's going to be really hard for you to, 1 versus 5.
Yeah, I mean, they did have better weapons too, so I mean, I can understand what they did. But another thing with the Deagle, the Deagle can be so strong because it's like shares the same quality that the AWP has, basically. Where if someone peeks you from any angle, from any distance, if they just hit you in the head, they get their 1-shot kill, just like the AWP does. And then it's very hard to trade them because then they can just duck back behind cover immediately, and then that's it. That's it. And because you have the pistol, you have greater mobility than some other weapons, so it can be hard to trade against the Deagle players, which usually means that the Deagle player is going to get the ability to take another shot, again, just like an AWPer. And the likelihood that the Deagle guy is going to get another 1-shot is low, generally speaking. But when it does happen, it is glorious. But there's nothing you can do about it. Honestly, that's why it's so phenomenal with Lecro. It's just like nothing you can do about it as the opposition there.
Well, now Faze are the team who find themselves on the eco. Still 2 rounds ahead of Virtus.Pro, but again, after that pistol, things look great for them, but the sun was quickly clouded in smoke. Smoke of Virtus.Pro. Snacks starting things off over towards the A site. Again, I was going to say run around and do more damage, but I think Rain shot him in the head 3 times there with 3 bullets, which is pretty sick while you're trying to jump from test to connector. And now we have the man advantage. What is going on in this match? I have no idea. Kishima, is that an off angle? What is that? Is that really an off angle? I need to check that. That's insane. Really early. The 180 isn't going to come out fast enough. Barley's the only man standing there. The bomb is planted as well. There aren't any kits though, so I don't think the CTs will necessarily have enough time to defuse.
He's got a molly as well. You just toss a molly and then the round is over, for sure. Oh, the battle's here. Obviously now it's done, but
What's the game by Ali for that headshot?
I just said he was playing with fire, but James he threw no fire. There was no fire. But yeah, that was a little bit scary. Bialy's been playing great on map 1 and map 2. Bialy has been in good form, which is nice to see. Bialy, it can often be a little bit overlooked on some maps. But yeah, Pasha's been a bit more quiet so far on this side, but maybe he's going to get enabled now by the success found by his team. And ooh, Snax will spot the push there. Wouldn't be able to get the kill, but I guess he would have called that. And look how fast Virtus.Pro moving now. Look at the mollies to try to take mid. And then the counter smokes here from the CTs to try to keep some space. They don't want to give up space. But again, the mollies raining incessantly right now. Rain's still finding an angle. This short take is very important for Virtus.Pro. They must be able to control Rain. They will do so. And that's going to be now problematic for Faze, because what do? Do they rotate players? Because Virtus.Pro could slow it down right now. They still don't know exactly what Virtus.Pro's intentions are going to be. And Snax has found himself a very, very sneaky bit of vision here. Oof. Not quite catching the player on ticket. But comes in. Taz. It's the first man there towards stairs. AZ smoked off. He's going to try to flash through the smoke. Oh, actually, no, he's going to go back here, detecting that there is a flanker. And chaos. Absolute madness here. Bedlam towards the safe bomb site. And I think Faze or Virtus.Pro could really work out what's going on. AZ catching the back of the planter. They're not able to actually find the frag in time. 2 versus 3, and the health is low on these players. Jacob picks up one frag. There's another one from AZ. The 1-2 punch here coming in from Faze. All on Snax with the AWP. He's already got 2 frags. Looking to make this the quad kill as the hold comes in. And Snax, easy peek, easy frag. Looks for the 3rd one on the no-scope, but it's not going to happen. Or the 4th one, rather. And AZ will find himself the defuse, but the damage was certainly great. And I should think that Virtus.Pro are going to have quite a strong buy going into this next round. Faze are really not out of the woods yet. Actually, their buy is not super strong, but they can afford to drop for each other. So they will have, or their money rather, their economy wasn't too strong, but they can afford to have a good buy as they can drop for each other. And even Snax is going to stay on a Tech 9, so this makes me feel like they're going to go for a, in the mid round potentially, a set piece.
So let's see what Virtus.Pro have in store for the Faze team in this round. Look like perhaps we're going to have some aggression towards B, or are we? Seems that maybe they're going to start flanking, but Virtus.Pro moving really quickly through the map at the moment. It seems the A split is going to come in. 3 people through connector as well, with the bomb coming in late through T-slope. Really interested to see the results of this. Fox, I don't know, he didn't know anything about the play running out there. Still alive for the time being. Now he's gone down, which means nobody in the CT area. CT's been taken by the T's, and Faze simply shut out of this round completely. Bombs down in the middle of the site though. AZ's got all of 1 HP, trying to stay alive. Got the off angle, and he just about finds the connection. Now things are doable. Getting the spray towards Taz, but not quite finding the mark. Suddenly it's a 3 versus 3. Still a man advantage for the T's, with the 1 HP player going down. Rain and Jacob to do what they can. There is, again, still somebody in CT, and maybe it's an insurmountable task for the CTs. Very nice play by Virtus.Pro. 3 players through connector. I'm not sure what Fox was doing at the time there. He was holding A slope, and then he unscoped maybe to look somewhere else, but was just kind of staring in that direction.
Well, 3 players for $1,400. Faze just got reset in the worst way at the worst time. Virtus.Pro, if they play some of those clean, disciplined anti-ecos, then they are going to be in great shape. They're just going to go for a contact play straight into the A site. Lovely stuff. Even if they were running into a stack, you know, it's going to still probably be a quite strong round. This team's going to find a pop here, a couple pops with that USB of his, but Virtus.Pro should still be okay, but P250s at range are still delivering death, and it leaves Neo all alone. These P250s are swarming the bomb site at this point. Neo, what on earth is he going to do here? The flash is good, but there's players behind him, there's players in front of him. He gets surrounded. And the 2 frags that came there, long range from P250s. That I don't know how often you're going to see that. That's not a very likely thing to happen.
The long range P250 sucks compared to a 5.7. There's quite a considerable difference actually. But there we go, Faze retain the lead. So it's really unclear as to who's going to take this one over the line. Snax has got about 2k more than the rest of his team. We'll see if he drops some pistols or just going to use the extra cash himself. Get the Kevlar in, P250, a few nades. Rest of the team on pistols. So I do wonder what the plan is from Virtus.Pro. Again, oh so long ago it was, I think it was post-Maniac leaving the Titan side when Existence had an eco execute onto B to get bomb plants, but I've only seen it myself twice. 3 Virtus.Pro players left. And that smoke may help them get a bit closer, but again, it's still a disadvantage to try and push the angle. Bomb goes down and the spray comes in. AZ and Rain coming in for support as well. 13 to 10. Can Faze take this over the line? Can they bring it to cash?
I mean, already that last round that Virtus.Pro lost with their buy against P250s is kind of, it feels as though it's kind of inexcusable. That shouldn't have happened. Obviously, no matter what round it's going to be, there's always a chance that you can win it, no matter how out of favor you are. But still, that can't happen at this stage. And now Virtus.Pro are really in trouble. And Neo, look at the timing here. Neo's push is so incredibly fast. He's going for the taps. I don't know if he found that frag towards there. No, I don't think that he did. And that's a really big problem right now, because that means that Virtus.Pro couldn't trade that frag. They go down a man. And they did get forward positioning, but the bomb is down on short. This is now a mess.
I don't know if they've seen it though, or if they're just playing retake, because B has been abandoned with the play moving into shop. I thought Neo was facing with the bomb in his hand, but perhaps he dropped it just before. Bali is last man standing now and has to go and retrieve said bomb.
He might well presume that they are guarding the bomb as well, because I think it's in his position. It's likely to assume that CTs have seen it due to the fact that Neo died with it. But
this
yeah,
could
with
get...
no smoke there on connector, things got very horrible very quickly. And Yardie we spotted now, snapped in the face by Fox. And this is where you're starting to see that there are holes in the round a little bit. That lack of smoke on connector, because they're going for this really fast short play, really fast short take. And if you don't get the smoke on connector, there's so many spots you have to check. And you can get just wrecked from long range, just as they did. And that is not a jewel you want to take, especially with the first bullet inaccuracy being as it is. Those ranges with the rifles can be there's a lot of variance.
So VP have a few nades, no armor on any of their players. They need a bomb plant at the very least to do damage to the economy. Kishima's going to get traded. That's not a good trade for the CT side. Although the rest of the team look to be cleaning things up. The smoke will cause problems though. There we go, Taz last man standing for his team. And for the investment they have done to get the bomb plant, that's really good for the T side, but now they're up against it. They must win all the remaining rounds to take this in a 2-0. Well, and just to get into overtime in fact. 3 people surviving for Faze, including the AWP onto Fox, and they've got loads of money in the bank. Jacob with 13k, as Fox has the same, so they're going to be good for quite a few buys. VP will be hard-pressed to break the economy of the CT side, and they're going to go double AWP now. Kiyashima picking up the second one. This is something new.
Yeah, so a lot of aggression in the middle from Faze. Quite interesting, trying to counter these initial smokes from Virtus.Pro, but again, that cat smoke is so good because you can just throw it every time, and you don't know if the T's are aggressive there or not.
Look at the bombs left as well. The bomb's position, it compromises the T's, and they have to force the aggression in this location. So Neo's coming out now, not expecting the second player to the right, takes him down. Bomb's still top mid with support, but you can see Pasha's just on 20 HP at the moment, so there are problems here for the Virtus.Pro side, but they've reduced the numbers of Phase 2-3 as well. All the CTs spread out. They still have 2 AWPs on the 3 players. AZ coming to look over towards short. The other 2 players are towards A for the CT side, which is where Virtus.Pro are headed. So this could be quite the clash. Still a few grenades left on Faze. Some mollies, a smoke and a flash onto the Virtus.Pro team. Minutes on the clock for them to push.
So it's going to be a tough ask in this position for Virtus.Pro. They have a lot of rounds ahead of them to try to secure that overtime. And they do have the nades to try to do something here towards this A-bomb site. Smoke there onto jungle. Kiyoshima at long range with the Orbital with the first shot down 3 HP actually. In fact, he gets taken down, so Virtus.Pro looking quite strong in this situation now. They still have that smoke down on jungle, I believe, and the Molly is there on the CT to try to cover the approach for the bomb plant. That's what they're going to get. And now it's a 3 versus 2. We have Fox looming over the stairs area into that bomb site a little bit, trying to see if he can get an angle on these Virtus.Pro players. But where are they? They're really taking their time here, trying to force a lead. And there you go, 2 fast frags found by Faze, leaving everything down to Viali, and he gets smashed in the face by Fox's AWP, and that is all she wrote for map number 2. That's a 16-10 result. Faze had to step it up individually, said Yanko, and I think that is what we saw.
I'm really glad that they took it over the line.